All right, people of the state of Michigan versus Keith Douglas Wallace. This is filed two. People of the state of Michigan versus Keith Douglas Wallace, 2123782. Mr. Wallace is here, represented by Mr. Knopfsinger. Mr. Gabriel is the prosecutor, and Mr. Wallace wishes to enter a plea. Mr. Wallace, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
All right, the offer, Mr. Gabriel.
Your Honor, upon successful plea of guilty to count 1, possession of methamphetamine, we will dismiss the second subsequent offense notice as well as the habitual offender notice, and we will recommend a cap of 12 months incarceration.
Is that correct, Mr. Knopfsinger?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Wallace, the offer is that you plead to a charge of possession of methamphetamine, a felony punishable by up to 10 years in the Department of Corrections, and or a fine of up to $15,000, and unless sentenced to more than 1 year in prison, the court must impose license sanctions. The drug double would be dismissed. The habitual offender notice would be dismissed. And the prosecutor would recommend that your minimum sentence not exceed 1 year. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You're currently on parole, is that correct?
Yeah.
So you understand this case is mandatorily consecutive to your parole case?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you plead to the charge of possession of methamphetamine then?
Plead guilty.
Has anyone promised you anything else to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Anybody threaten you to make you do so?
No.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
Yes, sir, I am.
You understand that if I accept your plea, you'll not have a trial of any kind, and that you'll be giving up the rights that you would have had at trial. Those include the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proved guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have the witnesses against you appear at trial and to question the witnesses that appear against you, to have the court order any witnesses you have for the defense to appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during the trial and to not have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you want to testify. You understand you're giving up all those rights by pleading guilty.
Yes, I do.
You also understand that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal certain issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at trial, and any appeal for your conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea would be by application for leave and not by right. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
So it says that on or about March 31st, 2021, you were in the city of Three Rivers, the county of St. Joseph in the state of Michigan. Is that true?
Yes.
I think it's alleged that at that time you were, or the police were called to Portage Avenue to complain that people were using controlled substances in a car, and they came up and found you and another person in a vehicle. Is that correct?
Yeah, there was 2 other people.
Okay. And inside the vehicle, you were in possession of methamphetamine. Is that right?
Yes, I was.
Small little pill bottle with some meth in it,
Yeah.
and you knew it to be meth.
Yes, I did.
All right. I find the plea made, or, well, our counsel satisfied there's a factual basis.
Prosecution is, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you, the counsel, aware of any of the promises, threats, or inducements?
I am not.
No,
Court comply with court rule.
Court has.
it has complied.
I find the plea made is accurate, understanding, voluntary. There's a factual basis. Therefore, I accept the plea. We'll set this for sentencing on July 23rd at 1:30. Mr. Wallace, the deputy is going to give you that packet. Fill that out completely and turn it back in so they can update your pre-sentence report. And then we'll see you back here for sentencing on the 23rd. Bonds cancel. We'll see you at that time.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.